y'all, it is Friday, April 16th, 9:55 a.m. and I just got dropped off back on trail at Rockfish Gap. So today I will be going into the Shenandoah National Park, the Shannies as some call it, the S&P others call it for short. Yeah, so man, my stay in Waynesboro was something else. So when I first got there, I stayed at that Quality Inn, and they put me in the building in the back, and all night I kept hearing like cars would come and go and people were knocking on the doors, coming and leaving, which, I mean, doesn't take a rocket scientist to know what is going on. So I finally realized that there's people who live there. They let them live there for an extended period of time. And every time I go to those motels that do that, it's never good. Because unfortunately, most of those people who stay in those places, not all of them, but most of them, are drug addicts or alcoholics or have mental problems. So it was like 12:30 at night, and I hear this screaming, and I open the door, and this dude is just pounding this girl, just beating on her. And he turns and looks at me, and he looks insane. So I just closed my door and called the cops. And so they came. So I didn't get any sleep that night. So I ended up rescheduling my slack that I slacked to here. And then I went to the dentist yesterday, and they gave me horrible news. They told me basically what I need to do is going to take 3 or 4 months, even 6 months, and that I would have to go back and forth, which is not practical through hiking. So they said there was a temporary thing I could do, but that temporary thing is super expensive, and it's going to take me going back at least a couple times. So I think I just would rather knock out the middleman, not pay for that temporary, and just get the permanent done. But obviously I can't do it now, so I'm gonna have to hope that I can hold out until the end of my through hike. Yep, so that's the thing. So anyways, I am back on trail, and I'm gonna keep on hiking northbound, and I will get back with y'all. All right. Hey y'all, check out this monstrosity, man. Like radio towers. And then look at these seats. See if I can sit in one. They're kind of comfortable. I remember these seats from both my other hikes. Yeah, so I'm not even sure how many miles I've done so far, but I met like 3 pretty cool people so far. One's a thru hiker just starting today. I mean, I don't want to call him a thru hiker, but he's attempting a thru hike. But yeah, man, it is. So it's one of those days where it's like warm when you're hiking and climbing, but not warm enough to take off your hoodie, but it's also not cold enough to keep it on. So it's kind of like I gotta like alter my pace so I don't sweat too much. So it's one of those days, but you know, it's April, so it's expected. Even in May, days like this are expected. So it's funny, I was reading my comments from my Easter video, and it's crazy all the people who commented and were like, wow, you are so brave to testify your faith and your love for JC and your spiritual conditioning. And it's crazy because I think it's crazy that just talking about your faith or your spiritual preference today is considered like revolutionary or brave. I just think that's insane. And I think it's only towards a certain faith that you have to feel that way nowadays, unfortunately. But man, I think that's crazy. I don't think anyone should be ashamed or afraid to announce their faith or their spiritual conditioning. And people who judge you or bring you down because of it, man, screw those people. Seriously. I mean, man, what kind of a person do you have to be like that to, you know, get on someone about their faith? Well, anyways, there's someone coming up, so I am going to, I just think it's crazy, that's all. But anyways, I am going to keep on hiking north, and I will get back with y'all. All right. Hey y'all, so I made it to this spring, and this is 8.3 miles from where I started. So the next water source from here is 11.8 to Black Rock Hut Shelter, which I'm not planning on going to. And there are some gaps where people, sometimes trail angels will leave water and sometimes they won't. I actually did an Instagram post asking if someone could leave some water at Turk Gap, because that's where I plan on camping a little bit past that. And I think it's only another like 3.5 miles, maybe 4. I wasn't planning on going too far today, but I can't 100% depend that there will be water there, and I don't want what to happen to me last time where I ended up getting off trail, and I definitely don't plan on doing another 12 miles today. So what I am going to do is I'm going to drink as much of this water as I can until I feel like I'm gonna throw up, fill up all my bottles, fill up my water bladder, and keep on hiking. And I'm just gonna hike slow until I get to a campsite that looks cool, like a stealth campsite. I'm really trying to stay away from the shelters. Probably from here on out, there's lots of thru hikers now out. There's lots of northbounders, but there's lots of flip-floppers too. So yeah. It's funny though too, so I've passed, well, so far 2 thru hikers have passed me, and I've passed probably like 6 or 7 section hikers. Well, 2 of them are flip-floppers who one just started today, which he must be super excited. So it's funny, when I pass the section hikers, you know, they're always like, you can tell they're real zen-like and happy, and they want to stop and talk to you, which I don't mind, because like I said, I'm chilling out today. And the truth is, I'm going to try to just slow down. But they're like, you know, you can tell they're having a good time and they're just at peace. And every time a thru hiker passes me, they're like, hey man, you're Quicksand, I know you. Yeah man, I watch your videos, awesome. And they're like, all right, I'm gonna keep on going. And then they just take off, man, and their eyes are wide, and every time, man. And I just cannot relate to the thru hikers, man. I feel like I'm not a thru hiker. I feel like I'm doing something completely different out here. So I think I'm trying to get a different mindset to stay out here. I think I'm throwing in my thru hiker card, throwing it in. I'm done throwing in the towel. I no longer want to be called a thru hiker or even compared to other thru hikers. Yeah, I just want to be considered someone who's hiking from Georgia to Maine, and I'm documenting and filming the trail. That's all I'm doing. So yeah, man, no more thru hiker for me, because I'm not a thru hiker, obviously. It's crazy, man. And honestly, I'm sure I was just like that in 2016, and I don't want to be like that, man. Hey, let's go. Okay, I gotta make miles. I don't know, man. There's no way it's fun. I know it's not fun. So yeah, man, I'm throwing in my thru hiker card. I'm done with that. Yeah. So from now on, I am just out here hiking and documenting and having a good time. So yeah, man, I'm gonna collect this water, drink it up, take a little break, eat something, just chill out for a minute, and then I'm gonna get to hiking. And I may get back to you before I get to the camp spot. If not, I'll get back with you when I get to the camp spot. All right. Hey y'all, so I think I've only hiked like a mile and a half between when I got that water, but I just cannot stop filming. I mean, look at this. And then as you're hiking, there's just flowers along the trail and everything's just all the little buds. Like these little things right here. I mean, everything is coming to life. And I just cannot stop filming. I can't. I'm just like, oh, I gotta get this. I gotta get that. Man. This, okay. I don't know if it was like this in 2016. I don't think it was. But when I did my southbound Sobo flip, because I was going Sobo still when I was in the Shannies. And it was like November and bleak. And there was nothing going on here. And I was just like so cold. And just wanting to get through this place. And now I just can't speed up because it's just amazingly beautiful. And I just stop every like 5 minutes to film. I think this is going to be a long movie, but that's okay. I'm only doing 13 miles. My goodness. Life is good. Alright y'all, this is my home for the night. So as you can see, I am just at this little stealth spot. The AT is right there. And parking is 1/10 of a mile back there. And the parkway is just right over this ridge. I can hear every car that drives by, but I'm in the Shannies, you know. Actually, it's been like this for a while, since Parisburg, a little bit outside of Parisburg. You're just hiking along the Blue Ridge Parkway a lot, and you hear a lot of traffic. That's what is kind of funny when I hear people who criticize me for putting music in my videos. They're like, I like to hear the sounds of nature. I'm like, we all like to hear it, but to be honest, a lot of the AT, you're hearing traffic. When I did my Sobo, when October and November came, actually, I don't know if y'all can hear it. Can y'all hear that traffic? I don't know if you can hear it, but yeah, some cars are just driving by. When I did my Sobo, like October and November, all I heard were leaf blowers. Every day, all day long, I'd be hiking out and hear leaf blowers. So a lot of the time on the Appalachian Trail, man, a lot of times you're not that far from civilization, so you hear all the sounds going on. But there are places, of course, where, you know, you are just hearing the nature sounds. But not here, that's for sure. Yeah, so this is a cool little spot. I think I'm going to go. I wish there was a picnic bench, a picnic table at the parking area, but there wasn't. I was kind of like bummed out when I saw that. I met this kid, Rance. I thought he said his name was Rance, like a rant, but it's Rance, R-A-N-C-E. And he just started today at Fish Rock Gap doing his flip-flop. and he hiked with his mom, and then their dad picked him up because he was just slack packing today. I met another guy who I got shuttled with. He's an older gentleman. He's starting today too. I'm assuming he probably stopped at that shelter. There's a shelter at like 8 miles, which would be a good day starting off. So I think this is only like 12.7. So I didn't really go that far, but man, I was just chilling out all day, just taking it easy, filming so much. It was just, man, just an amazing day, and such beautiful sections, man. Like the flowers and everything's budding. Just, man, it's magical. It really is. All right, well, I think I'm going to go over there. There were some big logs to sit on. There's nothing really around here to sit on. I could find some things, but I think there's better seats somewhere else. And I'm going to start editing my video, and then I'm going to come back and cook in a minute. And but of course, I will leave you with camp shots, and I will get back with y'all before the day ends. All right. Hey y'all, so I am going to end the video for tonight. Man, what an amazing day. Man, I have a whole new love for the Shannies. I don't know, I've never really, I mean, they've always been okay, but I've never been like, ooh, the Shenandoahs. But man, today, beautiful, just amazing day, man. I think you got to be here at the right time of year or something. But anyways, so you're not gonna believe it. Z-Packs has redeemed themselves like 100%. So they got back with me, and they're like offering me a free Arc Air on them. So I have a feeling maybe people might have sent them links to my video. But yeah, man, that's amazing. Either way, that's awesome, and I'm stoked about that. Yeah, my wife just let me know about that. So I did have a couple emails pop up, but like when I'm hiking, I just put them all in the save, and then I look at them when I can or when I get to town. So yeah, that's awesome, man. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, and what else? Nothing else, just an awesome day. And man, yeah, and I'm feeling good. The temp is dropping big time for sure. It's definitely, as soon as that sun goes down, it gets cold. It's supposed to be like 35 tonight, so it's gonna be pretty chilly. So yeah, I think I'm getting ready to go jump in my tent and get my sleeping bag, and I'm gonna watch Dual Survivor, yeah, Survival, Dual Survival. It's an old show, man. I love that show. And just veg out and go to sleep. And yeah, and I will talk with y'all in the morning. All right.